Hi engineers, this is Chevin Academy. In our last section, I've shown how you can improve your slab reinforcement detailing on ProtaStructures using some of the tools provided with ProtaDetails. So we've been able to move from a slab detailing that has a lot of reinforcement from this to this just by combining the top and bottom reinforcement for the return bar and the bottom reinforcement together in such a way that instead of we having three separate bars like this, we can just replace it with just a single bar like this. So with the video, I received a comment that was asking how can you add distribution reinforcement? And this is a very good question because from ProtaStructure detailing, you will notice that what ProtaStructure details is what we call the main reinforcement. In slab detailing, we have what we call main reinforcement, and we also have what we call distribution reinforcement. Main reinforcement are the reinforcement that are provided to resist bending moment induced on the slab. So all the reinforcement provided there are due to the moments on the slab. But distribution reinforcement are reinforcement that are provided for a complete slab detailing and also to hold reinforcement in place. In a nutshell, the main reinforcement is a design requirement, while the distribution reinforcement are detailing requirements. So if you look at any of the reinforcement, if you look at the bottom reinforcement here, you see that at the bottom of the bar, we have two reinforcements. One spanning along the X direction, the other spanning along the Y direction. So this is one spanning along the Y direction. Let's take this as our Y direction, while we have this spanning along the X direction this way. So you can see that these two reinforcements, they are going to hold each other in place and also prevent crack. But if you look at the top bar here, this top bar here, this reinforcement, this reinforcement has two components. You have the bottom bar, which is the long version, and you have the short version, which is the top bar. This top bar here, there's no other reinforcement holding it in place because the other reinforcement here is this reinforcement and is a bottom reinforcement. Even though we have this reinforcement that we hold it in place at some point, because once you arrange this reinforcement and this reinforcement, they are going to meet from this region like this. So they are going to cover this region, holding them in place. The same thing applies to when this reinforcement gets to this place. It's also going to be held in place in this place. Then it will be left vacant or left alone from this section to this section here. So that is where the distribution reinforcement is important. So the distribution reinforcement is not really provided for. Why? Because it's not a design requirement, and the software only provides reinforcement based on the loadings and the loading effects being generated on the slab. But in detailing, we need to add, we know it is important that we have distribution bar. So you can add the distribution bar manually using AutoCAD. You can also add it from ProtaDetails here. The only disadvantage of adding it here is that it's going to lead to a lot of repetitions. Like for example, you are supposed to have a bar that will run from here to the end of this bar as a distribution, and then continues from here to the end of this bar, and then continue up from here to the end of this bar, stops here, continue again from here to the end of this bar. So if you want to do it manually on AutoCAD, all you have to do is draw one single bar and then use your call out to make those references where the reinforcement is going to start and end, start and stop. But with this ProtaDetails engine, you cannot do that because you only have two options. You can provide reinforcement using 2 points or reinforcement using 4 points. So you can only define the start and end of a reinforcement. You cannot define a whole when reinforcement starts, stop, start, stop, start, and stop, just like the case of a distribution reinforcement. So it will be difficult. So in order to do that and to make it more for the software to be able to generate the bar bending schedule, so it will lead to a lot of repetitions. So that is one of the disadvantage of doing it here. But one important advantage is that if you do it on Prota details, then you can easily capture it in your bar bending schedule by just highlighting the whole thing and then inserting the BBS within seconds. You've generated your bar bending schedule. But when you do it on AutoCAD, you have to manually add the distribution bar to the generated bar bending schedule that we had already. So, but let me just show you how you can do it on Prota details. So in order to draw our distribution bar, we use insert using 4 points, just like the way we did earlier in the previous video. If you want to watch the video, you can check the description of this video, or you just click on the channel name and it will take you to our videos. Then you can look for the latest video we updated. Then you click on the drop down arrow, and then distribution bar usually straight. This first one represents a straight bar. This first one here represents a straight bar. Then you click outside. All you have to do is to define the start and the end. So in order to start creating the line, what I'm going to do is a distribution bar, so it's going to be straight. So I'm going to on the auto down here, this auto, click on it. So now it's going to give us just straight lines. So it's supposed to start from this bar and end where this bar ends. So in terms of the line, so I'm going to use my cursor to make sure that it is almost at the bar. You can see the straight line that grays, that is very gray or very light in terms of weight. Then it will start from here, it will end where this top reinforcement end, which is around here. So it will end around here. So because I on the auto, so it's going to be just giving me a straight line. And then in terms of the movement, the direction from here, and it will stop here. So that is one of the bar. So you can do something, because this the return length of this bar, which is this one of this bar, is the same as this. It's also the same as this. It's also the same as this, because the spacing between each of the grid are 5 meters. So you can just copy. So what we can do is I can click from here, then I can use modify, then come to copy. So I will copy it from the intersection of the grids. But before you copy, you can make adjustments. Click on it, then you can change the diameter. From here you can change the cover. You can change the spacing if you want your distribution to have a spacing of 300 mm instead of 200. So you can make all the changes you want. So once we make the changes, so I can now copy this, then come to modify, then come to copy, then I can copy from here. Now I'm going to I'm going to leave the auto on, because I know they are starting and ending at the same place. So I'm going to put it here in this direction. So I paste it here, and I can also paste it here as well. And then finally here for the distribution bar. So now I've provided the distribution bar for this, the distribution bar for this, distribution bar for this, distribution bar for this. And you know, if you are doing it manually, it's supposed to be a single bar that you are just going to use the call out to spell out the position where the reinforcement starts and where it ends. But you cannot do that with this package or this engine on Prota details. So you can do the same for the remaining ones. You can even copy, because This will not have the same distribution bar because this is a cantilever slab. Then you have a return length of cantilever. So here the distribution is going to be from here to here. This distribution is a top bar, so you can change the position here. So here is position, so you can change the position to top bar. Then you can also change the layer if it's in a layer 1 or is in layer 2. So this is really possible, most especially for beams, but technically it should be in layer 2, so that is what you should have. So now you can see it has now changed the position to T2. You can do the same for this. Click on it, change the bar to top bar, change it to layer 2, then click out. You can do the same for this, the layers to layer 2, because it's a distribution reinforcement. And lastly, this, we change the layer to layer 2. Layer 2, click outside and escape. So this is how you can add distribution reinforcement. Then when you are done with all your distribution reinforcement, highlight the whole thing, right click and go to quantities. Then you can generate your bar bending schedule again. So now you can now see the bar bending schedule. Here you can see this reinforcement is given by Mach 9. This is also given by Mach 9 because it's the same length. This is also given by Mach 9. So why? Because it's the same length, the same size. So that is why they have the same bar mark. So once you have this, once you go to AutoCAD, once you export this to AutoCAD, all you have to do is just, you can click on this line, then you extend the line, and then you remove the remaining, you extend the line, that is the call out line, how we used to do it manually. You click on the call out line, you extend it, that is, it runs from here up to the end. Then you can now delete this, you can now delete this, and then delete this. So you just have one single bar, and remember that the bar mark is the same, so the software will automatically record that this reinforcement has 16 number, because we have 444 here. So if you go and look at it, bar mark 9, this is it, the number is 16 number. So you've been able to add the distribution reinforcement. So it's as straightforward as that. So the disadvantage, like I've said, is it leads to a lot of repetition. Like you can see, we have this same bar, we repeated it 4 times, so it leads to many repetition. But you can make that adjustment on AutoCAD and also generate your bar bending schedule very fast. So this make your work very easy, and then you'll be able to professionalize your work and not waste time on generating slab detailing. So everything can be done right from ProtaStructures using the ProtaDetails engine. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can join our membership program, where we usually drop very detailed civil engineering design topics. You can share with your friends. If you want to learn more about design, you can visit our website, chefgenacademy.com. Thank you. See you in the next one.